before we get started, ooh, I left my bag up front. Ugh. So, before we get started, we are going to get a collective message for everybody coming in today. When you guys go to ask a question, remember to ask your question one time only. I go through them in the order that they come in. So only ask your question one time, and I will get to them as I get to them. I may not make it to everybody today. I am sorry if I don't. You can always come back the first weekend or week of next month and try again. Or you can come to my live pick a card ones where you can purchase a question, or you can purchase any of my services listed below as well. I have those all listed below and my contact information, everything like that. Thank you so much to everybody who donates, likes, shares, subscribes, comments, or in any other way supports my channel and my work. I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for that. Hi Sanch, nice to see you. I hope you're doing good today too. I'm doing pretty good. I decided tomorrow I'm just taking the day off because I need a day off. I've been doing a side thing the last week or so and kind of overdoing everything. So tomorrow I'm mostly going to stay home. I have one thing I got to do in the middle of the day, and then the rest of it's going to be home time. So, collective message for everybody here today. Dolphin, balanced energy, joyful, playful, good instincts, intelligent. You're very protective and also bring life to anyone stuck in depression. Lucky, self-sacrificing. You make friends very easily with all types of people everywhere you go. Harmony, peace, and balance follow you. You are definitely healers. The people watching this video today, you are definitely healers in your own rights and in your own ways, because the dolphin is about healers. Earthworm. Earthworms come out when it rains only to feed, mate, or move to another place. By the way, you guys can throw your questions down there now as well. I just won't start doing them till after the beginning message. Earthworms come out when it rains only to feed, mate, or move to another place. It represents the relationship between active and passive energies in life. Darkness is not always a bad thing, but it may be time to move towards the light that is beckoning by cleansing and clearing your energy field. Miraculous regeneration and healing is why this animal is with you now. Just when you feel like giving up, you will receive a breakthrough. Your rebirth will come at the perfect timing. Take life one step at a time. Be patient with yourself and with others. Sometimes it's difficult to come out into the open. Slow movement is so that you can learn. Confront your fear or dislike of doing something and learn from it. What you give is what you get. Dig through the dirt and allow it to be the fuel that pushes you forward. So, what kind of energy have you been giving out lately? It may be time to really examine that so that you can understand and see the energy coming in towards you in a different light. Find a little bit of compassion, understanding, and empathy for yourself and others at this time. You are so free, authentic, and true to you. You fly high and you take those leaps with a steady faith and courage. I don't feel like you see yourself as so courageous, but you are. If anyone I know has balls, it's you. You are confident and stable in your pursuits. You stand up for what you believe in and what you feel is right. You never turn a blind eye to the injustices around you. Your curiosity is an amazing thing, and it's an amazing part of you as well. It also always ensures that you won't be bored, and no one around you will be bored either. I won't back down, Tom Petty. You could stand me up at the gates of hell, but I won't back down. No, I stand my ground, won't be turned around. So, let's see what else we have today for the initial message here. Hi, Miss Mon. How are you doing, love? I'm just getting finished up with this opening message for the collective, and then I'm going to start on questions. So If you want to throw a question down there, go for it. Love and commitment, divine, great creativity, new beginnings, personal growth, making offers, solid, stable, grounded, committed, seeing the future you want to create and knowing how, speaking your truth, honorable intentions, abundant blessings, focused on what you want and knowing how to get it. Idealism, dreaming of you, dreams coming true, emotional fulfillment lies within you, not in somebody else's hands. Dreamy, romantic, possibly feeling like you have everything that you need emotion-wise. Ecstatic, everyone is trying their best, possibly selfish. So, like I was saying before, what energy are you putting out there? You may really need to examine what kind of energy you're putting out there, and then examine the energies that are coming towards you closer, because they may be matching each other in ways. Even if you guys are acting them out in different ways, it may be the same energy. Kind of like when I was dealing with some very non-committal people, and even though I was very loyal and committed in the sense that I wasn't with anybody else while I was with them, I also had a lot of things going on to where my energy was very split on that situation. I was not looking for something to tie me down. I was looking to be free. I was looking to be independent. And that person was looking for the same thing. We just may have been handling being with a partner in a different way, because I was looking at it as a partner and they were looking at it as just another one of their options. And I had a lot of options myself, but I wasn't pursuing any options while I was with this person. But I also didn't want to necessarily close off those options either. So in turn, that's the energy that I was calling in from somebody, even if they were acting it out in a different way. So, Miss Mon, donations are not required, just appreciated. Today, it's one free question day. I do this every month, the first week of the month. I do one session where I do one free question for everyone. So, is your breakup with Andrew permanent? You're very welcome for asking. Thank you as well. I appreciate it. So, I honestly don't even know you exist right now. Just like you, I'm busy pining after somebody who doesn't see me either. We are mirrors. I wish I knew how to shine brighter, how to stop being invisible to my interest. Step into your full light, be you, and know that you will have others who notice you. Also, say something, express something. If you are wanting to try to work things out, talk to them about it. The amount of effort you're putting into it is what's going to come back to you. Even if it doesn't come back from this person, it's going to come back from somewhere. So when you shift your mindset to not wanting to be the one to reach out, not wanting to be the one to initiate things, not wanting to be the one to start the conversation or communicate, then you're going to be running into a lot of people that are not going to be communicating back with you too. I wish I knew how to shine brighter and how to stop being invisible to my interest. Step into your full light, be you, and know that you will have others who notice you. As we are chasing others who don't see us, someone is chasing us and we're not seeing them either, because we're so focused on something that we can't have instead. Don't settle for the ones who do not see you, or who see you that you don't see. Get to know the ones looking, but don't settle. You could also be bold and make the first move. Who knows? Once I see you, things might change. But so far, I haven't noticed you. It's not your fault. I'm just very focused on something or someone else, the way that you are on me. Thank you, beautiful. I appreciate it, Angels of Enlightenment. It is going pretty decent. Definitely better than the last time that I tried to do one. Thank you, by the way, for your support in that as well. I really appreciate that. There's not many readers who watch my channel who would actually do that. So really do appreciate you. Thank you. There's not a whole lot of readers readers on here that would share anything from their competition. I used to share a lot of stuff from other readers, but not one of them ever supported me or said anything about me or gave back that same energy, even though they were watching my videos, because they would be talking about the same thing as me the day after I was. And it kind of really sucked. You're very welcome, sweetheart. Thank you for enjoying the bluntness. Not everybody does. Yeah, this person's kind of logical, very rational. If it's in front of them, it's in front of them. And they know what the plan is. But when it's not in front of them, they're really not paying much attention to it. I feel like they think that... I feel like they have a lot of control issues, and they really want to be able to steer the direction of this situation, is what a lot of it might be. They might actually be kind of pretending not to notice you in order to try to control the situation in some way. This person really does want to be with you, but they got a lot of pride and ego. And you know what? I think you might be better off. You're not going to get the right kind of attention from them by trying your hardest to get their attention. You're going to get better attention from anybody by working on you right now and taking care of your own needs, focusing on your own goals, focusing on your self-care and your self-love, and really getting into that high vibrational energy where you're feeling good, looking good, doing good, going out and having fun and enjoying yourself. And at that point, this person's attention might be on you, but you may not even want it on you at that point. So, you know, rejection is definitely something that's protection in this case. Taking the time to enjoy life, meditating on the future, setting goals, rest and reflection, working like magic is going to show your path. Learning to enjoy life by overcoming your fears. Inner growth, learning, taking a break, resting, and reflection. So definitely right now, focusing on yourself, taking time for you, maybe taking a spa day for you if you can afford that. If you can't, going to the river and chilling on the riverbank, putting your feet in the sand, enjoying the sunshine on you, or even the rain. The rain is really good for things like this as well. And it'll help you to be able to cleanse out that energy, to clear that energy out, to kind of allow the heartbreak to fade away a bit, to where you're feeling really good about yourself, so you can see how many options you have in front of you, because you have so many more options than somebody that's trying to control and manipulate the situation with you. Angels of Enlightenment, they are assholes. Yeah. Samya, hi, sweetheart. You're welcome, Miss Mon. You will definitely be okay. And no, it is definitely not easy. I've had to go through a fair amount of it myself the last couple years with people. Many different varieties of those people. The dark side of the King of Cups, the dark side of the King of Wands, dark side of the King of Swords, dark side of the King of Pentacles. But every single person you run into is going to have that shadow side, whether we like it or not. It's all in whether or not our demons can dance well together. And if they can't, then we don't need to be shoving them together. Samya, when will you get married? Wasted a lot of time as a person got you confused. Exact time frames are not necessarily something I do, but I will definitely read you the energy of what can help you to get to your goals of being able to get married faster. So we have having the courage to release baggage, revealing the past lies, ending things that no longer serve you, taking chances, playfulness through release of trauma, end of mental conflict. These ones I wrote myself like 5 years ago. Leaving behind a victimhood mentality, ending of a cycle of swords. Wishes granted, the end of pain. ending a cycle of pain or victimhood, courage and strength to rise above. No more victims here. You are not a victim, you are a survivor. You are somebody who has been through hell and back, and you've lived to tell the tale. You are not somebody who is a victim. You're not naive, you're not stupid, you're not unworthy. You are absolutely amazing, and you are fully capable of being able to handle anything and everything that comes your way. Starting to speak up more is going to be very healthy and beneficial for you. Embrace the blessings that life is bringing. Let go of a lack mentality. So, look around you right now. What do you currently have in your life to be grateful for? Are there things around you that make you feel good? Are there things around you that make you happy? Are there projects and hobbies that you really enjoy doing that bring out that high vibrational energy and make you feel like this day was worth living? Because it's time to do those things. Move forward with purpose. Strive for success in the most important ways. Self-love. So right now is the time to love you. The more love that you pour on yourself at this time, the more you give to you, and take that time for a break when you need it, or take that time for your friends when you need it, or for your family when you need it, or for a project that you're working on that makes you feel good. The time that you take to dance when you feel like dancing, or listen to music when you feel like listening to music. Making sure to get your space cleaned up and just taking care of all those little things that make you feel good. Taking a nice hot bath or a nice hot shower. Enjoying your freedom while you have it in this moment. Enjoying your independence while you have it in this moment. Even if you are wanting to be in a connection, there is some amazing things about not being in a connection too, that you don't really get as much of when your time and energy is taken up by a partnership. So right now, enjoy being you and doing you. And that's going to make everything move a lot quicker. Also, dream big. Listen to some love songs. Get into that energy of dreamy, romantic, joyful energy. And it's time also to really work on your emotional energy, on kind of leveling up the way that you handle emotional conflicts, or possibly even the way that you look at love. You might be looking at love as some kind of fantasy-based thing instead of the reality of love. The reality of love is very messy. It's dirty. It's something where everybody has to compromise. Everybody has to apologize. Everybody has to be able to forgive. Everybody has to be willing to give and to take. And so being able to upgrade your emotional energy is going to help you to be in a little bit more mature of an energy when you're approaching love, to where you're able to express your love without fear or worry, while also still remembering that just because you expressed your love doesn't mean it's going to be expressed back to you, and that's okay. You can still be open and receptive to something working out somewhere else instead of getting lost on the one person thing, because a lot of times that can happen. You're definitely going to end up in something that is very strong and long lasting, something where you have a lot in common with each other, something where you support each other and you support what each other wants from life as well. And that's because you're going to be working very hard on being able to express what you truly want and being able to accept what others want, and whether or not those two things can actually go together. Because love is amazing, yes, but sometimes love is just not enough to make a partnership a reality, because you may have conflicting goals or dreams when it comes to that. And also, I feel like working on your career right now, or working on whatever it is that keeps you stable financially or stable in your community, working on your friendships or your family connections is going to be very beneficial for you right now as well. And when you get into a partnership in the future, don't desert everything and everyone around you for the partnership. Continue to maintain those connections. and have more of a interdependent connection with your partner rather than a codependent one. I'm feeling like sometime around 10 months from now, I'm feeling like you're going to be moving into something and you're going to be feeling really good about it. And it could definitely be something that's very supportive and nurturing and caring on both sides. Thank you, angels of enlightenment. I really appreciate that. If you guys could hit the like button, share, subscribe, comment, donate, whatever you guys can do to support the channel. Really appreciate your guys' support. Thank you so much. Can we do a live together? I don't know how to do that. I'll have to look into it. Aw. I'm sorry, Miss Mon. I was with one of those for a while, and yeah, they think that you're never going to walk away no matter what they do, and they're very insensitive about everything, kind of controlling, possessive, manipulative. And you know what? Sometimes when you walk away, that glass shatters and they actually do something to fix the problem and make you a priority in their life. And sometimes they don't. But the most important thing is removing yourself from the situation. If it's hurting you, it's hurting them too. If it's toxic for you, it's toxic for both parties, whether they want to admit it or not, because they probably never will admit that. And I was wanting to be there forever and you left me and I still loved you. But you know what? You left because that was what was best for you and for them. If that makes you feel better about leaving and less upset about leaving, it is better for both of you. So glad you're focusing on you, Samya. I'm so happy you're in such a childlike energy. You're very welcome, sweetheart. 7 years is a long time. You know what? I'm going to pull a card on that. Able to accomplish anything. Knowing that your work paid off. Eyes on the prize. Ready to work for it. Feeling good about yourself. Going within to learn and to forgive. Committed to interdependence. Release control. So you know what? I really feel like it's time for you to get back out there. And, you know, at this point, you're not going to put up with what you have put up with in the past. And things are going to go very differently for you. So I really feel like you should definitely get back out there, because at this point, you are really going to go for what you want in a situation. And you're not just going to put up with whatever people have to give you, because their presence has to be better than them not being there. Hi, Empress 555. Thank you for subscribing, sweetheart. What does Sanyu have in mind for Puja? Puja? I'm sorry, I'm sure I'm butchering those names. Hope and peace at last. A victory over the mental chatter. New growth. Freedom, hope, peace. Leaving the conflicts in the past. Moving forward. New thinking. Balanced thinking. New beginnings. I don't allow conflict and drama to control my life. So this person really wants to be able to move past the arguments, wants to move past the fights, wants to be able to put these things behind them. There is going to need to be communication for this, and this person may not be the best at communicating. But that's what they're going to have to do in order to close these cycles out. Yeah, this person's been reflecting on this situation, in a lot of pain because of this situation, feeling very tied down, feeling very fearful, feeling like they can't speak their truth, feeling like their words are daggers, and feeling like the other person's words are daggers too. There could definitely have been a third-party situation here. Whether it was another person or not doesn't matter. There was something that was made a priority over the relationship, and it hurts somebody's feelings. And this person really wants to leave these things behind. Ten of Swords and the Two of Stakes. Yeah, this person is deciding to end this cycle of pain. They're deciding to free themselves of this energy in this situation. In this card, I don't know if you've ever seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but this is the part where he was soulless at that time. They loved each other very much. And then they had sex, and he lost his soul because his curse comes with this thing where he loses his soul the moment he has sex with somebody he loves, or the moment he feels real love or peace or joy or happiness in his life. He loses his soul because he was such an evil monster that when they cursed him with a soul, they didn't ever want him to feel happiness. So when he, for one moment, stopped beating himself up about everything he did in the past, he lost his soul. And he started doing crazy, nasty, awful shit to her. Betraying her left and right, hurting her left and right. And then when he started the world ending, he like triggered an apocalypse. And everybody was trying to stop him through magical means and restore his soul through magical means. And she was going into battle. Her best friend told her that to get the job done and do it quick or something along those lines, he was supposed to tell her that they found a way to do it. But if she would have known that, she may not have done it. So he told her what she needed to hear to be able to take him out and stop the world from ending. She watched his soul come back into him moments before she shoved that sword through his heart. And even though she loved him that much, she knew that she had to do what she had to do for the greater good of all. So this person is ready to end this situation and look for new beginnings elsewhere, to put this behind them, or they are looking to end all conflicts and to work on their communication going forward. But I'm really feeling like this person's ready to go out and have fun, live life, and move forward from this situation. I did not get vaccinated because you know what? As my mom was telling me, well, I'll just pray for you, Danielle, that you don't get sick and die because you chose not to get vaccinated. I was like, well, you know what, Mom? I'll just pray that you don't get one of those unknown side effects that we don't even know about yet and die. It works both ways, Mom. Leave me alone because I'm going to do what I want to do. I have lived the way I've lived, and I have had everybody's germs all over me for the last 5 years. For the first 6 months of COVID in this town, while I was living homeless, they didn't even have soap in any of the bathrooms in town. Not to mention the fact that I was grabbing cigarette butts out of the ashtrays. I never died. I was just fine. But then again, people who have an immune system because they're around germs tend to handle those situations a little bit better too. So this new generation of kids that's coming out, the like 5 years and under right now, they're going to have a really hard life with a lot of sickness because they were trapped inside their house away from every germ possible for years and not exposed to anything. That's really going to mess some things up. But if we wanted population control, there we go, right? And nobody's to blame for it. I am as well. Yeah, he doesn't say much. That's because he's really just trying to put this whole situation behind him and move forward. And I feel like he's feeling that him and this other person have a little bit more in common and that maybe you'd be a lot happier with somebody else. And he's just really trying not to cause any more hurt or pain. Yeah, not much communication. But when you did have communication, there was a lot of barbs to it, wasn't there? You're very welcome, sweetheart. Exactly. There's guys whose testicles are enlarging. There's people who are having heart attacks. There's all kinds of crazy things happening. There's children that are dying because of it, because they decided that they're just going to start injecting all these children with something that's not even fucking tested, that they came out with in like 6 months. Although they say they were working on it for years, but they had never heard of that disease. So how were they working on it for years? Oh, wait, Lysol for years has been working against COVID. It says so on the label from bottles in the 90s. So maybe they knew about it more than they wanted to admit, and maybe it didn't just pop up out of nowhere. See, and you were traveling, and you're just fine too. Your daughter and the past. Two of Swords. Queen of Cups. Somebody was choosing to respect themselves, love themselves, value themselves, take care of themselves, and create life in their world. Somebody made that choice. Were you proud of her for doing that? Or were you angry that she moved out of the path you had for her? I've been that way myself at points. Bringing masculine and feminine aspects into balance, the hyena. Know when to take action and when to be passive or receptive. The instincts of the hyena will help you to understand what moves are best. Sometimes it's hard to let children grow up, but we can be so fucking proud of the amazing people that they become when we allow them to take that independence. The hyena teaches us balance and helps us to realize our power and be grateful for what we have, but not to long for what we don't have. Independence, communication, community are highlighted. You are someone who brings the warmth of the sand to the coldness of the earth. You may awaken others to their strengths and their weaknesses. So it can be extra hard for you because you can see all of her strengths, all of her weaknesses, and you're really just trying to help her. You're really just trying to nurture and support her. And at the same time, she's trying to break free from that so she can be that baby bird who jumps out of the nest and relies on their own wings to carry them without their mom there to carry them. So that can be a really hard situation to go through between mother and daughter. Choose joy, compassion, and forgiveness in dealing with yourself and with others. Free your heart from the wounds of the past. Heart chakra. Root chakra. Be in the present moment. Feel your connection to the earth and the strength that it brings. Stability is yours. Stability is yours. And when you're in the light side of your energy, you provide support, care, nurturing, stability, strength, loyalty, connection. And when you're in the dark side of your energy, you can get a little too caught up on things. You could have a hard time letting go of things. You could really try to steer situations or end up in an energy where you're constantly worrying or having a lot of anxiety and kind of drumming that up in other people as they're trying to take the steps on their journey and believe in themselves. So just try to give words of encouragement and belief in all she's capable of. Tell her how proud you are of her. How amazing you feel like she is making her life at the moment. And that will also help her to feel better about herself and her life and to do even more to make her life better. Hi, Kaya. Are you handling your family situation the right way? Open your heart to give and receive the blessings of love and light. Throat chakra. Be confident. Be assertive. Be unafraid of expressing your truth to the world. Communicate from a place of love, empathy, and healthy boundaries. Tough love is love too. You need to be able to express what's hurting you what you think about situations, how you feel about situations. Encourage others to express themselves as well. Open your heart. Your heart may be a little bit closed off right now. You may be stuck in this energy of finding it really hard to express your love to them and finding it really hard to accept their love. And it could be because there's a lot of communication issues between you at this time that are causing a lot of defensiveness, maybe even cattiness towards each other a bit. But you definitely have it in you to be able to turn this situation around. The Six of Scythes. So that's the Six of Swords, yes. Being able to leave the past arguments in the past. Being able to forgive the past. 55 is on the clock right now. Being able to learn from everything that you went through. And being able to understand that all of it happened for a reason. Also being able to bring out some of that wildness inside of yourself and to be okay with that. To be okay with putting your foot down and telling people exactly what you think in situations. Telling people what needs to be dropped, what is done and over with, and what you don't want to hear any more of. Give them a chance to express what they need to express about it right now and be like, you know what, you can say your piece. But when we're done with this conversation today, this conversation is done. And if you can't handle that, then I can't be around you because I need to have peace in my life too. But I don't want to have to move away from you. So it would be great if you could put this situation behind you and vice versa. Tell yourself that too. That it's time to let go of some of the petty squabbles, disagreements, competitions, lies, arguments, chaos, drama. The Knight of Scythes. Learning about communication is going to help. And also, there could be a bit of jealousy going on or envy going on. It could be really hard to be around some of the people that are shining brightly in your family. There could have been a dynamic growing up. There usually is in just about every family where one child was really focused on, they really thought this child was going to be the one to do all the great things. And then the other ones were kind of overshadowed by that child. It's not that child's fault. And honestly, in their shoes, it's no fun either. Think about, and no offense, I realize it's not all Asians, but stereotypically, there is a lot of Asian parents who shove their kids to be like doctors and scientists and all kinds of stuff, and they put everything into them like that's the only value that they hold. And these people work their asses off trying to make their parents proud their entire life and never feel like they have done good enough. And when the other kids start to surpass them, that fucking hurts. Because they are the ones that's supposed to be doing that. So it's really hard to deal with the other kid surpassing them. So there could definitely be some dynamics like that going on, yes. There could definitely be some things that have been hidden. There's some very deep emotions that need to come to the surface and need to be expressed in a calm and peaceful manner. There's definitely some things inside of you that need to be exposed. And also a trust that you're going to be loved for who you are. Regardless of whether or not it's in these situations, you're going to be loved for who you are. And reminding other people that they are loved for who they are. And not for what we want them to be or think they should be, but for what they are. I hope that helped in your situation. Oh, she died. That is so sad. Then you know what? That could have been her talking about being proud of you. That could definitely have been her talking about being proud of you then. Hi, Elaine. Your mom told you the same thing. Thank you, Elaine, for the like and subscribe. Exactly. You know what? My whole family was upset at me when I decided to go down this path because why don't you just go and get your CNA and be a CNA? I was like, because that's not the same thing. I'm not doing the same thing. I don't want to spend the rest of my life getting shit on and abused by people. And literally, that's what CNAs do. And fucking thank God there are people that can do that and not take it home with them. I still do, but it's in a different way. It's different in this position than it would be in that position. But I don't want that for my life. That's not the same thing. So I'm doing what I want to do. And they just couldn't understand why I couldn't just do what everybody else is doing instead. Because that's what my older sister did. And that's what my mom did. And that's what my younger sister actually went into nursing school too. But my younger sister was that golden child. And she worked and worked and worked until she was just fucking burnt out. And then she kind of went off the deep end for a little bit. But she's back now and she's doing good. So I'm really proud of her. Hi, Sasha Mod. I'm doing good. How are you doing? Why did this Leo act avoidant and defensive when he saw me last week? Was it because of the past? It could be because of the past lies. They may feel like they've been exposed. And it could even be about something you've known about for a long time as well, and they just didn't know you knew about it. Maybe they just realized it. Tell your story. Don't worry about the opinions or the lies of others. Love yourself enough to honor your journey towards becoming who you are. Everything was an essential part in creating you. Don't lie for or defend others' negative actions towards you anymore. They are not justified, no matter what they have been through. I dealt with a Leo at one point. And fucking prideful, egotistical, played the victim, told me that, you know, while we were sleeping with each other, we would be the only people sleeping with each other. That worked for them too. And in the meantime, he was sleeping with a bunch of other people. And I did actually kind of know about it a little bit before I let go of him. But, you know, we do what we do, and the heart is the heart, right? I wish I could be with you. Trust me, I didn't want to leave you. I understand your anger and feel your pain. I wish I could dry all of your tears and bring sunshine back to your cloudy day. Remember the song I used to sing you? It's your turn now, and I wish I could be there for this beautiful time in your life. Try not to let this loss get in the way. Time is precious, use it wisely. You are so smart and so amazing. I'm proud of who you have become, and I'm always watching over you and yours. Chance to Say Goodbye is the song that's coming to mind right now. This person may actually be realizing that time is not something that is infinite, and they only have so much of it. And maybe they wasted a lot of it. They might have actually found out about something too. This person could also be the type of person that constantly was like breadcrumbing, ghosting, and then they'd pop back in and they'd be really sweet and kind and flowery with their words, and their actions never quite lined up with it. So, yeah. We're not meant to know everything. Listen to your intuition, your higher self, and the messages and signs and synchronicities that you receive. Love yourself and continue moving forward. Don't get stuck on this person's communication or lack thereof and the flighty way that they behave. You're definitely moving very quickly right now. You're loving yourself very much. There's a lot of mystery surrounding you. So this person really isn't sure what you're doing or where you're going. 4444 was just on the clock. Or how things are progressing in your life. But they definitely see that you're looking good, feeling good, doing good. And they know if you have not figured them out yet, you will be figuring them out. And that you may have something to say to them that is not going to be the most pleasant thing to hear when you do figure it out. Hi, Rhonda. What does love look like for you in the future? So, Rhonda, what does love look like for you in the future? Been through a lot, but making it out. Determination wins the day. Actions to heal. Defensiveness caused by past scars. Leaving behind the need to fight or argue. Removing obstacles. Fighting for what you believe in. Releasing your defensiveness. Admiration. Acceptance. So, in the future, you're going to be accepting your strengths and your weaknesses. You're going to be accepting your shadow side and your light side, which in turn means when you look at other people, you're going to be seeing their shadow side clearly and their light side clearly. And you're no longer going to be 77s on the screen right now. You're no longer going to be in any kind of victimhood mentality. You're really going to be feeling very confident. You're going to be feeling like you have been through a lot, but that all of this has taught you a lot as well. You're going to be fighting for what you believe in, standing up for what you want and what you deserve, taking action on new ideas, desire to begin, rapid new growth, wanting passion, new beginnings in thought, passion, or ideas, ready to act on your desires, determined, set on a new path, new thoughts and ideas of what is important to you and what is unimportant. New understandings. Yeah, you're really going to be in this new energy overall. You're going to be understanding who you are better. You're going to be understanding what you want. You're going to be accepting what you want and no longer allowing anybody to make you feel guilty about it, ashamed of it, or like it doesn't matter or shouldn't matter, because if it matters to you, then it matters. And some things matter to you that aren't going to matter to others, and vice versa. Wheel of Fortune and Judgment. So yeah, in your future of your love life, things are just going to fucking do a complete 360. And you're going to be really reaping a lot of rewards for the actions that you've put in. You're going to be able to handle the ups and downs and ins and outs with peace and stability throughout it. You're also going to have closed a lot of the doors in the past. Instead of having them kind of half cracked open while you're with somebody new, you're going to be closing those doors completely so you can completely step through a new door instead of allowing that old door to remain half open and kind of balancing between the two. And that is a form of non-commitment. So if you've ran into people in the past who have been non-committal with you, it's because that energy that you put out was non-committal, even if it was in a different way. Yeah, at one point, you definitely may not have been seeing the blessings in front of you. But I feel like a lot of that is because you were not loving yourself in the ways that you needed to love yourself either. The Five of Swords, the Sun, and the Hierophant. And also, you may have missed some of the blessings in certain situations because of getting caught up in the conflict or the lies or the disappointments or shame or guilt or fighting. A lot of these things that went on in these past situations that caused problems are really going to be being exposed to you, and you're really going to be seeing them very differently. You're going to be feeling very passionate and like it's time to start something new. And like it's time to let go of the past as well. When it comes to this Sun card, if you've never seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer before, great series, by the way. But Spike, he had no soul because he was a vampire. And him and her were having their connection. And she was having sex with him. He loved her, but she didn't love him in the same way that he loved her. and she was kind of using him in a way and kind of leading him on. And he got a little bit love crazed and obsessed a bit, and he ended up attacking her. Because he attacked her, he felt so awful about it that he left, and he went and found a way to get his soul back, because he felt like if he had a soul, he never would have been able to hurt somebody he loved in the way that he had hurt her, because when he was human, he was completely different than he was as a vampire. When he came back, it took a long time for her to forgive him or trust him to even be anywhere near her. And she actually helped him to fight his way out of the darkness that he was feeling because of all the horrible, awful shit he had done for 100 years before that, because of being a vampire with no soul. And now he has a soul, and his soul feels everything that he did. He finally found a way to show her by sacrificing himself, is what's going on there. And so I feel like you might actually really start to see some of the places where maybe you have hurt other people as well. And you may want to reach out and apologize and let them know that, hey, I'm sorry for my part in what we had going on. That doesn't mean that they didn't do anything bad. That doesn't mean they don't owe you an apology, but it doesn't matter, because you're going to be apologizing for yourself so you can let it go and you can move forward. And I feel like you have definitely learned a lot throughout everything you have gone through. And this next relationship that you're going to be going into is going to be something very serious. Something that both of you are taking very serious. And it's going to feel very divinely guided as well. Oh, that is so sad. I'm so sorry for you, sweetheart. My younger sister had a couple miscarriages, and so did my mom. When my younger sister had her first miscarriage, I was so upset about it. I talked to her, and I was crying like all day because of it. We went over to my ex's mom's house the next day, and I was telling her about it, and I started crying, and she's like, I don't understand why you're so upset about it. It's not like it's your baby or something. And I was like, are you kidding me? That was my niece or nephew. That was my little sister, and she's in pain. So I'm in pain. Of course I would be in pain right now. Why wouldn't I be? You know what? I think that she thinks that you are fucking amazing, though. And is very proud of you for how stable you've been able to be. You're welcome, you guys. Thank you for being here today, too. Hi, Mel. Nice to see you again. If you'll be able to find who hacked you, and do you know them personally? Thank you for the donation, too, sweetheart. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for whatever way you show support to me and my channels. There's this one, and then I also have Dee's StoryTime, and there's a link for that in the description box below. If any of my poems come out today, that's where you can find those. Thank you for the likes, shares, comments, subscribes, donations, purchases, everything that you guys do to show support. You guys are fucking awesome. Thank you for voting for me on my Supermom thing, too, and I could use a good vacation. Anyway, so will you be able to find out who hacked you, and do you know them personally? That came out upside down. Hurt people hurt people. In darkness I dwelled, the fears overwhelmed. Hatred boiled hot inside. My heart was not along for the ride. I locked it up tight, too much pain to fight. It ate at me and pulled me down. In all this misery I would drown. Reborn from all this pain, washed free through cleansing rain. My heart opened up a bit more each time, through every action and every rhyme. So many hurt people were hurting me. It took some time for me to see. I was hurt too and caused some pain. I fought so hard to maintain. It was time to look in the mirror, pushed past all the pain and fear, healing what's inside myself, dusting off that inner shelf. Now I'm ready to begin once more. I am ready for an open door. So, I feel like one thing you're being told is to not worry over it too much, to not give it too much of your energy, to give more of your energy to what you're creating in your life and what you want to create in your life than any of the people trying to tear down your life in any way. Kind of like last week when Tarot Destroyer hopped on my live reading and was saying all the nasty things that they were saying. You know, first off, all their comments was just making my video more visible. Second off, I don't have to believe anything that person is saying anymore. I used to have a really hard time dealing with it though. And I've gone through a lot myself of people following me, or like the last 3 years, people breaking into my RV, stealing things, putting stuff in my water. I actually have a few water bottles saved with something in them. Just in case, you know, because I can't actually take them anywhere to get them tested because people are dumb. Why can't I do that? But anyway, it would at least be nice to know what's being put in them. But try not to give it so much of your attention because it gives it more power. Yeah, take back your personal power. Find happiness, appreciation, and gratitude in all that you do every day. Solar plexus chakra. Stepping into an optimistic energy, a loving, lighthearted, childlike energy, just being able to live your life without constantly looking over your shoulder anymore, regardless of whether or not there are people behind your back trying to shove knives in it. Know that you're protected and know that everything will be exposed with time. Ground yourself and know that you are safe in being your true self, root chakra. Be proud of who you are and don't worry about what information people find out about you, or like, you know, say you expressed something to somebody and then they went and told everybody. It does hurt. And it hurts that they would betray your trust like that. It hurts for a lot of different reasons. But at the same time, if you're okay with you and who you are, it shouldn't bother you as deeply either. Stability of heart and emotions gained. Cutting out the mental chatter in favor of your intuition. Grounded, strong, stable foundation. Wishes granted through hard work for emotional stability. Opening up to the possibilities. Choosing what to accept and what not to accept into your life. So, right now I feel like self-love and self-care is definitely a very good thing for you. And also remembering to find things every day to be grateful for, and to find things every day to love about you as well. This is somebody who's in competition with you. Somebody who's been fighting hard to be seen and feels like you are seen more than they are. This is somebody that feels left out. They feel unacknowledged, underappreciated. They feel alone in the world. And they feel like in order to be seen, they have to attack you and defeat you in some sort of way or something along those lines. I feel like you've been working on manifesting a lot of things in your life and climbing this ladder very swiftly. They feel like you're progressing quickly, like you are pulling yourself up out of a lower energy, and you're doing it quicker than them, more efficiently than them, more effective than them, or more effectively than them. And they may feel like all of your dreams could come true, but I don't feel like they have any belief in their own dreams. If there's somebody around you that seems to always be hating on themselves, talking bad about themselves, who always seems to just be fighting to be seen or heard, Pay attention to them when they're talking. Try to compliment them, things like that. And this may actually help to ease or solve this problem between the both of you, because they may realize that you're not their enemy. And at the same time, that may not work, but at least you feel better. And you know what? At the end of the day, you can't take everyone with you. The people that want to put in the work and the people that want to acknowledge their own shadows, sure. But the people who get stuck in that and don't want to release it can't come with us. Hi, Rashima. Nice to see you again, beautiful. So, is marriage in your future? I think we asked this question at some point. Maybe not. I think somebody's being just a bit impatient. Black magic sent to me or those that I love cannot touch us at all. They will regret these acts. Everything that they send is powerless. The only time it has power is when I give it power. Every time they try it, their gifts get weaker and wither away more and more. Their energy is removed from our lives. They can't touch us in any way, physically, emotionally, or spiritually. Their power is gone. They are weak. I am strong. Faith brings me and those that I love through this untouched. Nothing in my life is stuck or stagnant. Hidden enemies are all exposed. And sometimes the biggest enemy is inside myself and what I am thinking. If I think that they have power, it gives them power. Those once scared to speak their truth are now freed from fear. They speak out loud and clear. So, there could definitely be people that are getting ready to expose certain things or certain people and what they've done. It could even be you that's getting ready to expose something or someone. Let what everyone else wants fall away. Believe that what you want matters. You have to be in an energy where you are willing to fight for what it is that you want, regardless of what anybody else thinks about it. I'm sure there's a lot of people who probably think I'm a little bit nuts for giving as much loyalty to the person that I'm giving loyalty to as I have. Or for going after what it is that I want in the situations that I've done that in at times. But it doesn't matter, because that's what makes me happy. And that makes me happy whether those people are around or not. So those people can get on board, or they can move out the way, because I'm heading forward. 510, there's definitely a lot of changes going on in your life right now. You may be feeling very alone, out in the cold, like there's a lot of conflict in your life. But I feel like that's getting ready to end in the near future, and that things are going to come full circle. Co-create your destiny. Ask and have faith, but put in the work too. So it's time to work right now. It's time to learn from the things you've gone through, and it's time to put those things into action in your life around you. So, Thomas Edison made a light bulb, right? He did 1,000 ways to make a light bulb that didn't work before he made the light bulb that worked, but he never gave up on it. Each time, though, he didn't try the same thing because he already knew that that way did not work. So he tried a different way, and then he tried a different way, and then he tried a different way. Because every time there was different results. So right now is the time where you can start exploring different ways of dealing with certain situations. Energetic, massive growth, and exploring your options instead of feeling like you have to tie yourself down to the first person that comes along allows you to explore you more. It allows you to dive into yourself and understand what it is that you want, what it is that you need, what you're willing to put up with, what you're not willing to put up with. And the way that we learn that is by exploring, is by going out there and testing the waters, dating a little bit, checking some people out, and not feeling like just because we went out with them one time, we got to take them home tonight. And yeah, everybody's like, oh, that's a player. Yeah. And it's also somebody who isn't just going to stay stuck in a situation that they don't want or that they don't feel like is for them simply because they don't want to be exploring their options because they don't want to be labeled a player. Can't hold us down. Go listen to that song. Energetic, massive growth. Learning what you want and understanding your passions. Very focused, perseverance, quick speed, attractive, passionate. And it also helps you to forgive those in your past who were hot and cold, in and out, didn't know what they wanted, and were exploring till they found what they wanted and then moved towards what they wanted. But now it's your turn to do that. Taking chances. Learning to open up. Go-getter. Going out and having some fun. Enjoying yourself. How are you supposed to meet people if you're not going out? And it don't matter if you have somebody to go out with. I mean, yeah, sure, it's great to have a friend to go out with or something like that, but you can go out with on your own, or you can go out on your own just as easily. And then you can meet new people and get to know new people and explore different things and see who's aligning with you and who isn't. King of Cups, emotional mastery and stability. Overcoming past pain to keep the balance in emotional times. A man who knows what he wants emotionally. Rare find, mature love. Emotional commitment, emotional strength, calming, sweet, caring, dreamy. Loving, caring, completion, strong, stable, foundation. So, what came to my mind in the middle of that too, I was watching this guy the other day in a short, and this guy was trying to give him money because he was homeless. And he's like, I can't take what you're giving to me. I can't take anything from you. And he's like, well, can I at least give you some food then? No, I can't take anything from you. And he's like, because I'm living on faith right now, and God told me not to take anything from anybody. And I have food. And he holds up his bag of food, and I'm like, well, where'd you get that? Somebody gave it to you, right? So technically, you already took something from somebody. And that's what faith is. Faith is believing that God will provide to you, and he provides to you through all the fucking people on this planet. Same with our beautiful mother. She provides to us through all the people on this planet. So if you refuse to accept the things that are coming into you, then nothing will ever be able to come into you. So, you're in a very emotionally mature and stable energy right now. You're feeling good about yourself, but now you need to be okay with expressing your emotions and the chaos that can ensue when you do sometimes, or people not feeling the same way in return when you express those emotions, and being okay with that, loving someone enough that you want them to be happy wherever they are, even if it's not with you. And I feel like you are definitely on your way to this energy. Yes, to forgiving the past, and being able to love like you have not been hurt before. Being able to free yourself of the pain and the trauma, and being able to just enjoy things. Being able to be in that beginner mindset again. Not feeling like you have to be at the end of it, at the very beginning of it. But feeling like you can slowly work into something bigger from something small. And it's okay if it doesn't go that way. I really do feel like there's going to be a lot of quick growth and movement coming up for you in the near future, though. And it's going to lead towards a lot of success in your emotional connections. It's going to lead towards a lot of love, forgiveness, joy, and happiness for you as well. And just this energy of more free-flowing, happy-go-lucky energy instead of feeling like you have to be so controlled all the time and you can't do certain things. You're going to let go of that shame or guilt over yourself for doing things that make you happy and make you feel inspired and make you feel like you are on fire and feeling good, looking good, doing good. Sasha Maud. That is awesome that you saw each other after 3 years unexpectedly. You're very welcome, sweetheart. Thank you for being here today as well. Hi, S. 355. Learning, growth, overcoming obstacles, understanding that obstacles are stepping stones in the right direction, understanding that any of the conflicts or difficulties that you guys have gone through have all been a part of this path for a reason. Thank you, ML. I really appreciate that. I'm really hoping that all I'm going to have to do is replace that carburetor. Hopefully there's not a whole lot else that needs to be done, but there's probably at least one or two things. At least my battery if it's messed up from the last year, I will be able to exchange it. That's nice. S, throw your question down there. I go in the order that they come up. And I got about 20 minutes left that I'm doing this for. You already did throw your question down there. I see it down there. So if I get to your question, I do. If I don't, I'm sorry, guys. You can come back next month during the first week. I will have another free question session. Or you can show up to my other live readings where I charge a smaller amount than most of my services for questions during those. Or you can also purchase services from my description box below as well, and the contact information and everything's down there. Hi again, Rashima. Hi, Leia. Lay. I forget. Will you get into the university program you applied to? Seven of Wands. Death. And the Fool. So, wow, there's a lot of changes and shifts coming to you in the near future. Things that have been hidden are going to be being revealed. The hard work, energy, and effort you have put in has not gone unnoticed. You are definitely somebody that a lot of people look up to and feel inspired by. No matter if you get in or not, taking this leap of faith is something that was so amazing for you to be able to do. Don't let anything turn you cold at this time. I really do feel like you are definitely going to be, even if you're not getting into this program, I feel like you're going to be getting into this program, definitely. Because you have been able to stand up and fight for what you want and what fulfills you more than anything in this world. You've been able to take this leap of faith towards this massive change in your life without being afraid of it. You have been able to stand there in mystery, not knowing what is coming, and still go after what makes you happy. I feel like you are definitely going to get this. But even if you don't, you have so much fucking happiness in your future. And it's for a reason. But this is definitely looking like a yes to me. So I would stay extremely optimistic about it. Stop worrying about it. Let it go. And enjoy your life. And watch. There's going to be some fucking beautiful things unfolding for you. So, S. Will the work drama stop? We have overcoming fears, leaving anxiety behind, new growth, proper boundaries, releasing your fear and your anxiety, expressing yourself regardless of what anybody else thinks, seeing something worth your courage, cycles coming to a close, new life after death. So this work drama is going to stop when you put your foot down. When you tell people what you think about their childish games and antics, and when you stop worrying about whether or not people are going to be upset about it. Because yeah, sometimes people are upset with what we have to say. But you know what? You're upset right now because they're walking all over you. And they may not even notice it or realize it either. Try to take a bit to think about what you're going to say before you say it, because sometimes when we first start putting our foot down, it can come out extremely harshly and cause a lot of problems for us. Releasing the past, taking responsibility for the outcome, realizing that every human being on this planet is an opportunist. And if you allow them to, they are going to wipe their feet on the doormat that you present in front of them. So if you don't want to be a doormat, you don't be a doormat, and you start voicing your opinion, expressing yourself, and standing up for you. Because you are just as worth standing up for as anybody else you have spent your life standing up for. Granting forgiveness like magic, releasing your burdens, and realizing that you are love, reliable, hardworking, doing your part, changing perspectives, leaving your old views behind. Perseverance pays off, taking responsibility. Responsible actions build success. So, as you step into your power, and as you overcome these fears, and as you face these people head on, and let them know, hey, I don't like the way you're talking to me right now. Can you please maybe show a little respect when you're talking to me? Do I talk to you in a disrespectful manner? So I don't deserve to be talked to like that either. Things like that. Being able to express yourself and let go of whether or not people are okay with that. And also no longer feeling like you are stuck or like there's nothing you can do in this situation. No longer allowing other people to lead you blindly. Facing any codependency issues you have, because a lot of the reasons sometimes that we don't step up and say what we need to say in situations like that is because we're worried that nobody's going to like us, or nobody's going to want to be our friend, or nobody's going to appreciate what we have to say or whatever. They're already not appreciating you. They're already not treating you decently. They're already not behaving in a manner that's respectful towards you. There may also be some gossip or drama going on over your life outside of work. And you know what? That's your business. And if you need to address some people and be like, you know, I would really appreciate it if you guys could come to me and ask me about things in my life before you just start going off and assuming things and spreading it to everybody. That would be really great. I would really appreciate it if you could do that. Somebody actually came to me recently and she's like, I just met you and I don't really know you, but you know, I heard some things about you. Now that I've met you, I'm really questioning whether or not it's even true, because you know, I really don't see you as somebody that could do that, but now I don't even know if I should have even mentioned it. And I was like, go ahead, just tell me what it is. And so apparently somebody had told her that I stabbed my ex in the eye with a fork. And I was like, really? I just started laughing. There was nothing else I had at that moment. I just started laughing. I was like, yeah, I have never stabbed somebody in the eye with a fork. Although, you know what? Some of them kind of deserve to be stabbed in the eye with a fork. Don't pay too much attention to all the BS and drama. Don't feed it more power and energy than you need to. But addressing it like that will also help you to stop ruminating on it. It will really change things for you. And if you need to, start looking for another job in the background too. Because sometimes whether we like the job we're doing or not, if we don't like the coworkers we're around, then that job is not going to be good for us anyway. So, somebody else's alarm on their phone. I get it, ML. I get it completely and totally. Fuck, for 3 years, I had somebody breaking into my trailer, and for 3 years now, every couple months, all of a sudden, there's stuff in my drinks again, and it's fucking irritating. It really is, but you know what? Patience and perseverance will win out at the end of the day for you. Hi, Benita. Do I see Gurpreet trying to reconcile with you this month? So, there's a lot of chaos here. A lot of drama. A lot of a need to see things from a different perspective as well, and to really open your eyes. You could feel kind of almost hypnotized by this person. Is this person somebody who breadcrumbs and ghosts? Because that's kind of what this feels like. Is this is somebody that's kind of been in and out, hot and cold, on and off, don't really know what they want. And if they knew what they wanted, they'd be going after it. So I really feel like you should definitely take care of you, and you should definitely stop focusing so much on this situation, because it's making you feel very scattered and just like your life isn't good or you aren't good enough in some way. Remember that rejection is protection. And if this person isn't seeing or valuing you in the way that you should be seen or valued, it's time to see and value yourself and move yourself right out that door. I do my head toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good as hell. Just like Lizzo said, it is time to move it on, because I'm not the snack, baby. I'm the whole damn meal. And if you want this meal, you're going to have to fucking get over here and put some damn work in. Otherwise, this meal ain't sticking around for you. This meal's moving on to somebody that is going to put that work in. You deserve better. Yeah. I feel like this person's watching you, but they're not really doing anything. And I feel like you're just going to decide this is bullshit. This is too emotionally turbulent, too crazy, too up in the air. And I'm sick of dealing with this bullshit. And you're just going to ride off into the sunset. You're going to be over here working on you, taking care of business, respecting yourself, loving yourself, being very free, stable, feeling good, looking good. And they're going to be watching from the outside. They may want to come back in at that point. They may want to communicate to you or reach out and talk to you. And it's your choice on whether or not you want to let them in at that point. Because you know what? When we're not in this energy of feeling good about ourselves and doing good for ourselves, and when we're in the energy of chasing after people, that's not a very attractive energy either. When people are chasing after you and clinging on to you and won't take a hint, how does that make you feel? And sometimes when we get in that Five of Pentacles energy where we feel like we're left out in the cold, or like we don't matter, or we aren't worthy, we are not worthy. When we do that to ourselves, we can sometimes get into that clingy, needy energy where we try to hold on to anything that comes past. You might even realize that you don't even like this person as much as you thought you did. You just wanted them around because you didn't want to be alone. And now you're enjoying yourself alone and everything is going good. So why would you want to ruin that by adding this person that did not make you feel good about yourself back into your life again? Thank you, Rashima. I appreciate that, sweetheart. And you're welcome. Diane Aisha. I'm so glad I got to your question today, because you're always here supporting me. And I think there's been a few times in the past where I haven't quite made it to your question. I got 7 minutes left, and then my kids are going to be getting here really shortly after that. So I will probably do this one and one more after that. So if I didn't get to you today, I'm so sorry, guys. So, your psychic friend, Edgar, recently channeled something that runs contrary to what your guides are saying about your relationship. What is the truth about my relationship, and why did Edgar say what they did? So, sometimes when we are really close to a matter and are having trouble detaching ourselves from it, we can see things in a warped way. So it could be that your intuition may not be at fully functioning level right now. If you feel like that might be a problem, take some extra time in nature. Take some extra time away from everyone else and all of their energy, including this person that you're asking about. Pull back your energy to you. Send back everybody's energy to them. And make sure that you're in your own energy when it comes to trying to listen to your intuition on this. Guards are around you now. They are protecting you. Have faith and let go of control. What you need will come to you through your prayers, faith, and letting go, knowing that you will be provided for. Sometimes want and need are two very different things. Make sure that you're grateful for what you're receiving, because you are receiving all that you need. Gratitude breeds abundance as well. You have dealt with many injustices, but fear not, because you will be vindicated. Everything is coming out. Release the past. Surrender to what is. Have faith in your God, goddess, angels, and ancestors. Have faith in your guides, regardless of what anybody outside of you tells you. If you feel deep in your soul that it's different than what they are saying, then go with that. But also make sure that you are taking that from your energy and not from the energies around you, which is why it's good to detach from all of that crap to be able to connect more fully to yourself. Unhappy waters. Be happy, my love, wherever you go. A new man will come, I know. You're my friend first and foremost. I offer you up a toast. True happiness I hope you find. Please don't punish yourself in your mind. If you choose to leave me, I'll hope that it's to be happy. But if you choose to stay, then I'm hoping it's for the same. So please forgive me when I feel that you're worth more. Jealousy is not at my core. My heart feels your pain, sees your eyes full of rain. Stop selling yourself for your needs. Have some faith and see where it leads. Know that everything will be okay if you try it another way. Take my own advice, I know. I had to reap and to sow. Sometimes you don't see what's inside unless you take that ride. So this person could have been through a very similar situation to you. And this person can tell how much you're hurting, how much pain you're in, how much this relationship is not bringing good energy, love, life, or light into your life. And this person wants you to be feeling good, looking good, and doing good. And they feel like you being able to let go of this situation, even if that means to stop believing in it so you can let go of it, is something that is going to improve your overall mental health and emotional health. And it's going to have you working on you and your things and feeling good about all of them. So this person really feels like you deserve more. They're not doing it because they're jealous. They're not doing it because they're trying to get in the way of anything. They are doing it literally because that's what they believe. They believe that this person is not worth your time or your energy, and that you deserve to be treated better than you're being treated by this person. So, it is time to have new ideas, thoughts, energies, beliefs. Where is your passion coming from right now? Where is your inspiration coming from? Where is your motivation coming from, your drive? What is making you feel good, making you express yourself more, making you open your mind? What is really expanding your views? And how have you freed yourself from the past? There is definitely a lot here about being able to free yourself and being able to feel good in this free energy. And also being able to have a situation that is interdependent as well. And that means both parties are free. At the end of the day, they're still partners and they're still there for each other. They still support each other, but they're still able to live their lives outside of each other without the jealousy, without the pain, without the hardship and all that kind of stuff. Willow and Tara in Buffy, they got really enmeshed in each other. If you want to get technical, they got extremely enmeshed in each other in a very toxic way because they were so codependent on each other that when Tara passed away, Willow lost her fucking marbles and went off the deep end and became extremely evil because she was gone and she didn't see anything else she had to be grateful for in her life because her entire focus was on Tara. Her whole life revolved around her. And she had finally gotten better and was doing good. And they came back together. And then Tara died. And all the hard work she did for herself, it wasn't for herself. It was for Tara to be in that relationship with her again, instead of doing it for herself. So when that was gone again, after she finally found it again, she went off the deep end, and she went off it 100 times worse than she did any other time. So make sure that you're not enmeshing yourself in anything in an unhealthy way that is causing you to spiral out of control and lose everything that's good in your life when this person isn't around or in it. Thank you, Rishima. I'm glad it was so encouraging. Thank you, S2 and Benita. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Benita. I made those myself about 5 years ago when I was first getting into tarot. And those were actually the first cards that I was using on my channel about 3.5 years ago now. This is definitely something I put a lot of time, energy, effort, commitment, dedication into, more than anything else in my life other than other people. It was something I finally did for me. And I am so glad that I have not given up on me. Thank you, S, for letting me know. Hi, Kanchan. You're welcome, sweetheart. I'm so glad you guys reconnected. I remember you telling me about that too. You're very appreciated as well. Thank you for all your support for so long. You have been here since almost the beginning. I really appreciate you. Hi, Alfredo. So one more question and then I'm done for the day. Alfredo, what's the karma for the people trying to disrupt your peace? The Magician, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Coins. So you're going to have a lot of opportunities coming your way. You're going to be fighting your way out of any confusion. People are going to be seeing really clearly as well, and truths are going to be exposed. Truths are definitely going to be being exposed, and this person is going to have to face up to those things. I actually have my karma cards right over here somewhere too, so I'm going to grab those as well, since I have them near me today. Let's see, where are they? I have so many different packages of cards over here. I'm going to grab that too because I feel like I should pull one of those too. So, let's see what their karma is for trying to disrupt your peace. They are going to be very ineffective. You're going to find mental clarity, and you are going to be attracting in and manifesting a lot of new opportunities, a lot of abundance, and a lot of truth and prosperity to your life, for one thing. So, leaders see their true colors. So, this is a leader. And people are going to be seeing their true colors. People are going to be seeing their abuse of power as well. Fraud gets uncovered. Their behaviors hurt others and themselves. Will be found out. Denial was fake. So this person denied everything, up and down, in and out. They lied and lied and lied and lied and lied their ass off. But proof is going to be put out there for everybody to see. And then their colors are going to be being seen by people in a very different way. Their behaviors didn't just hurt other people. Their behaviors hurt themselves as well. Because this person is going to be being exposed for their malicious actions and intentions. We're going to grab one more of those. Well, apparently we're going to grab a couple more of those. So, arrests made and all of their illegal activities will be being uncovered. This is actually reminding me of, there's been massive fraud uncovered in Idaho this year. And actually, it sounds a lot like what I was talking about at the beginning of last year. Opened the wrong can of worms. Collaborations are going wrong and fall apart. So this person, anybody that they're working with, it's going to start having a lot of kinks and a lot of problems in it, because those people are going to start to notice that these people are fucking fake as fuck. And they're trying to be something that they are not. They opened the wrong can of worms in trying to attack you because you're extremely protected. And these people are definitely going to be being uncovered in their illegal activities. Why did they do this? They couldn't stand to see how much others loved and respected you. Self-hate, self-pity, and anger. They felt like they would gain popularity through turning against you. I've experienced a lot of the same myself in my life. And trust me, this will come about. They wanted the attention of your followers. So, these people wanted the people that were looking up to you to look up to them. So, they probably did a lot of like trying to be you in certain ways, trying to morph into you in some sort of way, trying to take credit for the things that you have done, trying to be seen as more than what they were. And they could have even tried to tear apart connections in your life or friendships in your life or work connections in your life because they were wanting to be on top and they felt like they needed to compete with you and tear you down to get there instead of feeling like there's room for everyone at the top. In this competitive space here that I'm working in, there is a lot of that, honestly. But at the end of the day, we all have our own unique gifts and abilities. And if they would have just stepped into their own power and did their own thing, they would have been fine. But they chose to instead try to imitate others, to not believe that they had anything of value to offer, and to try to destroy others so they could take their position, which is kind of really sad when you think about it at the end of the day. I would say that your best bet right now would be to forgive them, let go of the situation, wash your hands of it, and know that justice will take place to balance out this situation. You're welcome, S. Thank you, too. Thank you for sharing that it resonated as well. I work really hard, too. That's why I decided tomorrow I'm going to stay home for the most part tomorrow and just not do anything because I need a day for me. And I actually have a little extra food going on at home right now. And I have enough to put a little bit in my gas tank and to take care of a few other things. And so I'm just going to stay home tomorrow. And right after I decided that, somebody actually donated to me too, like in confirmation. That's the nice part about when you listen to that voice that tells you to reach out and help when you see somebody who needs it. A lot of times it comes as their divinely guided inspiration to keep doing what they were doing because they're on the right path. And then you get to be the earth angel working in their life to bring in that clarity moment, you know? There's a lot of crazy liars out there. You're welcome, sweetheart, and thank you for being here today. You're going to be doing really good, Rashima. I just feel like you are going to be doing really good in the near future. I feel like you've put in so much time, effort, and energy, and now it's just time to get out there. To stop feeling like you don't have what it takes and to just get out there and do it. You're going to be fine, sweetheart. Amaris, I am so sorry that I didn't get to your question today. I will be doing this the first week of next month as well. And I do live readings regularly where you can purchase a question as well. I definitely feel like you might be able to find something in the very first message as well. If I missed your question today, make sure that you check out the very first opening message at the beginning of the video because you will probably find something there. Thank you for sharing that, Benita. It's nice to have that confirmation. Thank you for subscribing, Luminous Starseed. Sorry I didn't quite get to your question today. My kids just got here. But they'll wait a minute for me to close it out. I'm glad you moved yourself out, Benita. It sounds like that was the best idea. Toxic situations are so hard to work with at work, Michelle. There was a few questions in there that actually touched on that as well. I will be out in just a few minutes, guys. Sorry I didn't get to your question, Zainab. You're welcome, Benita. Thank you, KRH. I definitely am very honest, but that's because, you know what? Sugar-coated bullshit hurts so much more than something that hurts in the moment but is truthful. It really does. To be more honest with others. If you love that in someone else, you'll love it just as much in you. I'm so glad you're going to take extra time for your intuition, Diana. You're welcome, sweetheart, and thank you for being here today. Thank you for the donation, KRH. You're welcome, Diane, and thank you again. Hi, Ariana the Beautiful. Nice to see you again. Awesome. I will be looking forward to seeing you and working with you again. I'm almost done, guys. This is my youngest daughter. And this is my oldest daughter. They stole my dog already. And didn't even realize I was in here while my youngest one did.
Hello.
Trust me, justice will balance the scales, Kanjan. Thank you guys so much for being here today. And honestly, KRH, I really do think the biggest thing for you right now is be honest. Be as honest as you can in your dealings with people. And don't try to sugarcoat things, because at the end of the day, that makes things much worse.
And this is a puppy.
Thank you so much for being here, guys. I will see you next time.
And this is
I appreciate you so much. And I hope you all have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Stop interrupting.